What's up, guys? Back in today with more Classroom of the Elite Season 4, this time episode 10, I believe. Decent episode last night, set out some more rules. Not too much happened in the second half, we just kind of set off, visited a few places, had a few character interactions, the especially interesting ones with Nana Say, of course. But yeah, got quite a few comments last week in regards to the White Room student. And I still wasn't really sure how to feel about it, but I'll keep my mind a bit more open. But I did hear that I think pretty much the rest of this season is going to be this arc, which is good to hear. So this is the quiz, I think they said, right? Anime trivia. Oh, we'd be pretty good at this. Oh, maybe not. What the hell's Mobile Servant Bondum? I imagine that's Mobile Suit Gundam. Mobile Servant Bombdam. Okay. Which of the so I don't know anything about Gundam, unfortunately. I think you can watch like separate seasons, but I'm one of those guys that I like starting things like right from the beginning. In most cases, anyway. So I'd be pretty fucked with Gundam because I think there's a lot of seasons out there. I think there's been some really good ones in recent years. I think I've heard, which don't require previous knowledge, but yeah. So, yeah. Fair to say I'm not sure he's going to be too great at this. Although it is multiple choice, so it's always easier. It's always easier to rule out. That's why I don't really get like American tests and tests from other places in the world. Like in the UK, it's pretty strictly you've got to write down the answer. There's barely any multiple choice. I think you'll get multiple choice sometimes in like maths questions, but even then I only remember that from like ages like 10 to like 12 or 13. And multiple choice, I don't like it because I mean I would like it as a student, but it's not a very good way of testing your knowledge because there's always at least a 25% chance you get the question right, even if you have no knowledge of the question. And that's at least. You can always rule some answers out just based on pure logic in regards to the question and the answers presented. So I wouldn't be too surprised if Ayano does pretty well here, just based off the fact that he's smart enough to rule out and find patterns in the questions, and yeah, even if he doesn't actually know the answer to the question. Like I remember those multiple choice like maths questions when I was a child, and it's like you wouldn't even need to do the perfect workings out. I could work out enough to get close enough to find out which one, like what the answer is based on how close my rough workings out are. I wouldn't actually need to fully do the equation. I'd be like, oh well, it's somewhere within this span, and only one of the answers fits within that span of answers that I've potentially got. I don't need to work out the rest. I can just pick this one because it's the only one that fits, if that makes sense. It's just a flawed testing system, I think, multiple choice. That was an enlightening start to last episode, but I did mention the point of Ayano maybe being involved in her dad's death. I mean, she clearly blames him. I assume it's because he left, that her dad got fired or something, then couldn't cope with the pressure. I don't think we actually know. No one mentioned anything regarding that in my comments last week. So maybe it's the case we don't actually know what happened, but I do look forward to seeing more in regards to that situation. I don't want to be rude here, and clearly she's a very intelligent girl, can like hold her emotions, but would you not feel like a little bit like he really, really blamed him, would you not feel a little bit like just like stabbing him right now? Would your emotions not show quite like a bit? I mean, she sure has been pretty nasty in some of the things she said about him and to him early on in this show. So maybe that was what I was just talking about, her kind of like stabbing him, figuratively in that regard, with a few insults. Yeah, good point. There's a reason she's in D class. She's an outsider. Part of the setup. At least she's honest, though. Somewhat. Mostly. He's been having girl problems. I wonder how that girl's getting on with her group. Just teenage boy issues. It's serious to me, goddammit. I'd kind of like him to run into her at some point. I love her. It's Kushida. We all know. Oh yeah, I don't know her name, but I'm assuming that's the girl with the blue hair. Which obviously we, saw. I get that, I get that. I can't anymore. I think we've all been here, haven't we? I think I've definitely been there. Nope. She clearly liked him as well, considering her reaction to that. Yeah. Oh dear. Teenage love. Of course you don't. Do you even know her? How are you talking about her like this? I mean, she's right, but has she even met her? She's getting emotional. Joe, again, sorry to be rude, because there's all sorts of circumstances and such, but I don't know. Like, again, it's going to sound rude and unemotional and harsh, but I just feel like if you have a daughter or a child, especially in the way her dad done it, like, I don't know. It's a very selfish thing to do in general, but I understand people do that. But as I said, like, to know that you've done what her dad did and that your daughter would walk home to that, I feel like that's like, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that you do that in general just to leave your child to fend for herself in the first place. But even if you're okay with that and you decide to still do it, I don't know why you do that in your own home where your child would walk into. Like, I'd never really like. I thought about that a bit more last week after like the initial shock of it, and it's just like it's really fucked up because now you've just scarred your. You haven't just been incredibly selfish and ended your life and now made your child's life a ton harder. You've also now scarred your child for life and gave them childhood trauma and like, yeah, as I said, I know there's all sorts of reasons and such why people do that and so on, but I really don't like, yeah, I just incredibly selfish from her father, honestly, which again I know sounds harsh, but he has fucked her up for life. And I don't know. I just wanted to get that out there, I guess. A3. So how long are we here? It's 2 weeks, right? I think. I think so. Some good advice, but you kind of put your situation on somebody else and another girl that you don't know. So probably went a bit too far, but again, it ended up working out. Good advice in the end of the day. Well, I'm hoping he meets her and confesses his love. Might sound weird, but there's not been near enough romances in this show, considering the age of all these people. Ayano Koji's had a lot going on. But other than him, there's not really been too many kind of beach flags. That noise. Well, at least we'll get to see her in a bikini. This is what the fan service guys is gonna say here. Oh, no room for more naked boys. It's kind of like going to going to like a party. I've never been to a party that's done this, but I don't know. No more guys allowed, only women. But yeah, it seems a lot more revealing, doesn't it? Yep. I knew this would be a. I knew this would be an excuse for fan service. No Ayano Koji fan service. She can use that to her advantage. Yeah, I was going to say, why is hers so much more revealing than everyone else's? Oh, another horrible little scowl right there. The nastiest face you've ever seen. They're having fun. Why not? Why not, eh? Fucking hell, she's getting all those. Eating dirt as well, by the way. I'm not sure about you, but I would not be diving on sand like that. Be way too scared of getting it in my nose and mouth and ears and eyes. Okay, so he's just buying his time, waiting to see the positions. Good strategy, and just purge those around him. The top. So Ayano said he could get it from the trees, right? Are you not working alone right now? He had his offers. As I said earlier, I mean, undoubtedly, coming home to her father like that is going to change the course of her life forever. Makes sense. Makes sense. Maybe we shouldn't have been down about the beach. Probably didn't do her much good. D'accord. History. Okay, this is probably more his line. What was that question? This Japanese question. Oh, we've almost finished the episode. Joe, I would like to also get as the the student council president said earlier, I'd also like to get a look at where everyone's at right now. You know, I'm terrible with the names, so I probably wouldn't even be able to place the faces with the names, but yeah. Which of the following is known as the shogun with the most children in history? Tokugawa Iemitsu, Tokugawa. So this is what I was saying. Although they're all called Tokugawa. In your usual one, there'd be like 3 called Tokugawa, and then there'd be one with just some like random name, and you can pretty much 90% of the time just say, yeah, well that one's out of the question. Iemitsu, Tsunayoshi, Yoshimune, and Jinari. Did that? Ianari. So, as I said, yeah. So there is that here as well, I guess. So Tokugawa is obviously the same kanji for all of it, but do you reckon it's the case where the kanji, it kind of, these two kanji look somewhat similar, I guess, but these two kanji look a little bit similar as well. So as I said, this is why this is forward. I'm probably going to get this wrong, and this is probably going to be a bad example. But if I'm just to go based off, because you know I don't know the answer to this question. If I'm to go off absolutely nothing and take a guess at this and have a 25% chance of getting this right, I'm going to go. I'm going to go Tsunayoshi. And you know what? We'll look this up. I'm probably wrong, but what's the question? Most children in history. I think I might have heard this before actually. Shogun with most. I definitely remember something recently discussing like someone with the most children in history in regards to like a Japanese person. So maybe subconsciously, who is it? Oh, it's Inari. Okay, so I wasn't a million miles away. I was wrong, as expected. But because these two kanji look somewhat alike, I had a feeling it would be between these two, Inari and Tsunayoshi. And yeah, that's, as I said, that's a reason as to why that is somewhat flawed. I mean, I could just be talking nonsense, but from a foreigner's perspective, those kanji look somewhat similar. So I assume it's the case of like, well, there's only 2 real answers, but because they're so close, you have to pick the right one out of the 2, if you know what I'm saying. You see that a lot, like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and stuff. No, that's the thing as well. You can get very lucky, but there is an extent to it. You can also get very unlucky. So yeah. Like that shot, don't we? I spent ages animating this. You better use it at least twice. Yeah, here we are again. Here we are again. Oh, look who it is. It's K-chan. Nice. I don't know who these two are. Oh, no problem. No problem. Got some juicy gossip. You know, Kay likes her juicy gossip and stuff as well. Hey, where are you going? It's a nice personal time. It's so cute yet so sad, isn't it? Bless her. Oh, we ain't seen that yet. Oh, is he talking about Anna say? Talk about the redhead. We haven't seen her yet, have we? We haven't seen quite a few of the first years yet, have we? Haven't seen any of them. Wonder what they're up to. Oh shit. Oh shit, little reassuring kiss. Again, it's sad though. So I want to be like, I want this to be sweet and nice and lovely, and like, Kate deserves it. She's lovely, but just sad, really, isn't it? Yeah, it's very clear what the intention behind this is, isn't it? The loyalty kiss. Bless her. Ah. Yeah, anyone else, any other guy, that'd be so cute and nice. Oh shit, someone's dangerously low. Someone's ill, or what's happened? No, I'm gonna have to call emergency services. Be removed from the game. Who the hell is it? Joe, I've got a theory it might be K. Not really a theory, I guess, but yeah. Maybe maybe K overheated from the kiss. And she maybe she overheated and got way too like nervous and anxious and like combusted. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Good episode today. Lot of area covered. Again, we still haven't so much planning from the first years, yet we still haven't seen anything from them. I did say earlier that I'm pretty sure the rest of this arc will be covered in the rest of the season, so I've got plenty of time left to see them. But yeah, I wonder what they're getting up to, being all sneaky. You haven't seen a single one of them do anything apart from Nanase, of course. So I imagine they're out there kind of doing their plans. But yeah, I'd like. It's been alright so far. It feels weird because there's, I don't know, I'm not sure how to feel about like the test in general. That it's like go to area, do a test, go to area, do a test, and it doesn't, like, the explanation was more interesting than the test itself, if that makes sense. Like the explanation from the episodes before the test actually started made it seem more interesting than it actually is. Because again, these are just like random like quiz tests, capture the flag stuff at areas where they get points and such. But we haven't really seen too much of the kind of survival aspect. And we asked still early on, to be fair. I mean, they did mention about halfway through the episode the whole water situation where they're running low on water, and I imagine, as I said, the survival part will come into play as the test goes on. But yeah, it's just been kind of just having fun walking about doing tests at the minute. Like it doesn't seem like a sense of like danger or urgency. I guess everyone's kind of feeling each other out. You're trying to say principal, the student council president, that's the one. We know his strategy of kind of waiting to see where things are at and then taking out people near the top. And I imagine other people probably got something similar, just kind of gauge where everyone's at, and then kind of do actions and decide things based on them. We haven't seen any kind of cards used. We haven't seen a lot of the stuff that we kind of went through in the setup of this so far. So I think I'm right in saying that it has. I said this last week and people weren't happy. It hasn't been as eventful as the setup was led to believe so far. Again, probably because we're early on, but there's still, as I said, plenty to come. The cards, the survival aspect, the actual kind of groups kind of like attacking each other and such. We haven't seen anything regarding that yet, so still very early on and still plenty more to come in that regard. So yeah, another pretty like nice episode. Really like the end, of course. Again, just kind of sad but nice in a way, like nice for Kay, sad for Kay. Like you really don't know how to feel about it. It kind of sucks, but it's also kind of nice. But yeah, some fun segments here. Still not into like the real serious stuff yet. I imagine there's a few kind of seeds being sown here and there. Now gonna say on our ass fucking non-stop, of course. Like the little love talk that we had and she gave was very emotional. Came from her heart, like really honest there, which I appreciate. And that was a really nice segment as well. So yeah, a couple really good segments here, but not too much in regards to like the scheming and nastiness and the kind of dirty like grit you want to see. You want to see these guys get down and dirty and take each other out and scam each other and fuck each other up and betray each other and all sorts. So looking forward to seeing more of that. And as I said, I'm looking forward to also seeing who the hell is in danger right here. I'm gonna guess it's Kay, like an absolute guess, like a stab in the dark, but obviously it could be anyone in the vicinity. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll catch you guys next week with episode 11, I believe.